Michelle. What's going on? How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling amazing. I'm just dropping my little guy off at daycare. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you for being part of the show. We want to know a little bit more about what you do. So we've got 3 questions. Alayna, what's your first question for Michelle, the hairstylist? Oh, and you're at Great Clips, huh?
Yes.
Excellent. What's your first question?
Well, this is an obvious question. What's the juiciest piece of gossip you've overheard in the salon?
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Where do I start? I mean, I've heard anything between something super sad and anywhere between, like straight up divorce stories. And, they're not good divorce stories. They're pretty bad.
Do people just assume you're not listening and they'll say anything on their phone or their Bluetooth? Is that what's going on?
No, she's a stylist. We tell them everything.
Oh, I haven't paid for a haircut in a long time. So,
yeah.
Really, though, people will just treat you like a therapist and tell you all sorts of, the bad stuff that's going on in their life?
Oh, 100%. I think it does. It depends on, your stylist, too, because you either got the knack for it or you don't. So if you're open and you're pretty chill, they'll just tell you everything. And that's okay. Yep. I'm not going to go blurt it out to people. But
you have the knack for it. You're just not going to call the radio station to tell everybody about it, are you?
That's all right.
All right, what's your question, Kat?
I'm not saying names.
All right, my question is, have you ever given a haircut to somebody where you just knew their face wasn't going to make it work? You know what I mean? You don't have the face for it. And did you feel guilty about it?
You fake it till you make it.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as you do the best job you can, I mean, it's still their face, they chose it.
Can't change
right. Absolutely. Their haircut looks great, but they just are probably not pulling it off, but they're the boss, so I'm going to do what they tell me to do.
Okay. So my question, people are going to say that I'm talking about myself or whatever, but how do you handle it with people? Cause when I started losing my hair, I just shaved my head. And I was like, all right, but how do you handle people who are struggling with still trying to save the last couple of locks? What do you tell them?
I mean, my personal opinion is 100% honesty. You're going to look better if you just take it off. You look worse if you're hiding it. But you know what? You're not ready to let it go, so just hold on to it if you can, I guess.
Bald men got it going on. There's just something clean to it.
And this is I want to be sensitive about this, but what do you tell? Because women are it's a different vibe when a lady loses any of her hair or starts thinning out. Yeah. How do you handle that? Because that's got to be kind of a little bit more emotional, isn't it?
Oh, sometimes. Usually if they're thinning out, they usually say it's because, I'm coming back from chemo, or it's just old age. And honestly, they kind of bring that before I do. But you don't use the word thin. You have to use the word fine, because you don't want to, like you said, embarrass them or anything like that. So you just you got to be honest. That's our job, even if it's hard news and they don't like it, and you could tell they don't like it, but you just gotta go with it.
And then help them out with a product that could maybe help them grow it back, like a biotin or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or give them a product that's going to maybe make them feel more volume or something like that.
Does that stuff really work? I mean, is there a product in your salon that can really regrow someone's hair?
It can help.
No. Actually, if your hair is in that phase where it's falling out, it can't regrow back. But there are products that plump up the hair cuticle that make it appear fuller to the eye.
It is. Okay, go to Great Clips, ask for Michelle, tell her all your dirty secrets, and she'll help you regrow her hair. That's what she said right now. Is that
what I got out of it?
Synopsis? All right. Hey, what do you do with people that come in with lice? Do you tell them they have to leave?
I honestly, in the 6 years I've been doing hair, have never had somebody that has had lice, but I have had coworkers that do it, and you just got to whisper to them, sorry, you got to leave, and here's a treatment recommendation, and then you got to cape up everything and bag it up.
Nasty. I got the itchies now. Hey, thanks, Michelle. Have a great day.
I know. You too, guys. Thank you.
Take care. I appreciate it. This was fun. We got to do this again. This should be a
would
bit. This should be a bit.
If I had just a head full of lice in front of me.
It happens, man. Like I said, I think every one of my kids has had it at least twice.
I got to knock on wood.
And it's the sleepovers that get them. And I'm not saying we run a completely perfectly clean ship.
Yeah.
But it's always been where one of the moms,
somebody else's fault.
A mom has called and said, hey, by the way, I know your son or your daughter was here over the last week and we found lice in the house. And check them. And then you check them. And it just takes seeing that first one. When you see it, you just like, goo!
I know it happens. I had it when I was 5. But
I immediately go for the clippers. And Trisha's like, no!
Yeah.